Afternoon everybody, Clinton Endersby from Pro Stock Livestock with the market report for the 2nd of March. 850 cattle yarded today, generally a very good yarding throughout, very similar to last week with a few highlights in amongst it. Cows today, the top end cow, marginally better, probably 10 cents, a little bit more in places on the very best of them. The best of the cows today topped out at $3.80. Majority of the cows, of your good beef cows, were $3.50 to $3.70. Once you dropped in weight, cows quickly came back to $3 to $3.30, and then your dairy and light types were $2.40 to $3. Grown steers had a pretty reasonable runner, well finished heavy steers and trade steers. The best of them topped out at $4.70. Majority of them were $4.50 to $4.70. Your feeder steers, very similar to last week. Anywhere between $5.40 to $5.80 for the Angus types, and for the cattle over 400 kilos and the Angus types. Your coloured steers, $5.20 to $5.60. Once again, drop in weight, 300 to 350s. A lot of cattle around the 320 kilos, making between $6.50 to $7 for the Angus, and between sort of $5.50 to $6.20 for the coloured cattle. Heifers, generally firm on last week. Most of the feeder heifers $5.50, $5.20 to $5.50, and your lighter heifers to return to the paddock $5.50 to $6.20. And bulls, very similar last week, $3 to $3.20 depending on weight and yield there. And your little fellas to go back to the paddock $4.50 to $6. Yeah, very similar last week. A little bit of a dip in numbers, which we would expect to happen from now on, and I think that'll continue. I think most of our numbers are gone for the time being. So I think that's the way it's going to be. Thank you very much.